music stuff?
Yes,
that she
they got
sells? Okay, I see
Okay,
that.
we're on.
Welcome to What's New. Tonight we're having, I guess, a powwow.
We are going to talk tonight and tell you
Yes.
about several different things that went on in
Okay.
town. So if anybody out there wants to be a guest, please call us. We're open for a guest, and we've about hit everybody in town except for a couple new ones.
Right.
So anyway, you want to start, Martha?
Yeah, it's a neat way to get your either advertisement or whatever you want to talk about. It's really neat to sit on here, and it's not hard. If you have anything to say, you just pretty well say it, and you just take off, and an hour goes by in no time, sometimes 2 hours, so.
All right.
We'll get
All
wound
right.
I have a few things. We're going to have a truck pull at the fairgrounds on September the 10th. It's going to be, the pit passes are $15. Adult general admission is 10. Children is from 5 to 11 is $5, and kids under 4 are free. And then the gates are going to open at 11, so this is on Saturday afternoon. The events, it starts at 1 o'clock, and it'll probably be till about 5. Todd Byington is in charge of this, so if anybody needs any, or has any questions, they can give him a call. That's one thing, and then, let's see. I have to use my phone for this, guys.
You can cheat, that's
Yeah,
all
I have to
right. We don't
cheat, so I'll
care.
forget it. I have a few things. Stella and Me has a new extended hours, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wait a minute, let me see here. Monday is free house salad with any full sandwich. Oh my gosh, come on.
So she's got a lot of specials going on.
Yes, a
yeah.
lot of specials. And
That's right.
Tuesday is $3 off any full sandwich. Wednesday is free cup of potato soup, and I'm telling you, she's
It's
got some-
delicious.
Yes, with a full sandwich. And then Thursday is free piece of sea salt caramel chocolate gooey butter cake.
Oh,
my
I bet that's good.
gosh. And so that's all I got for that, but I do know they have some, their new hours are gonna be, and I don't have the times of the, it started August the 22nd, and I think she's open later in the afternoon.
Oh, rather
Till
than
like,
closing
yes,
off.
yes. So that's a neat thing. And then the QRST, the Quintence, I can't say that.
Just say the tea shop on
Yes, that's so
Market
much
Street.
easier.
Yeah, on Market
Yes.
Street, right.
And they have my favorite dog, which is Cashington. I just love that dog. Anyway, it's the Tea and Spice place. They are going to have a German tea party, and that is on, let's see, whoops.
17th, is it?
It's during the
Oh,
Oktoberfest.
that's it.
Okay, which is September the 17th at 1 PM. And the scone course, they'll have okay, now these,
Good luck with these
right, these are not,
pronunciations.
so I'm just going to say they have tea and food, and they're going to have raisin bread with butter. Oh my gosh.
And that place is so neat.
Oh my gosh.
Very, very good teas. But Brad does a great job.
Yes, he does. He's amazing. And not only that, he takes pride in that.
Right.
So they have the teas, he does have hot chocolate, I think. Maybe not for sale, but anyway.
Yeah.
And then they have the linen and lace. He bought them
Right.
out. So they have all kind of embroidery stuff down there. So if you haven't had a chance to get down there, I would definitely recommend it. And you know
what
what's
else have I
neat?
got my art?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Isn't that awful? Here I'm sitting here and they got Iris's art in there. Do they have yours? Okay. They have Iris's art in there, so if you want to see that, then and that's for sale, right?
Right.
Okay, then there we go.
No, I've had too many pieces go out of the
Yeah.
house last week.
Yeah. Okay, then St. Agnes, Queen of Hearts is going to be, I'm sorry, St. Agnes Parish is Sunday, August the 28th from 11 to 5, and that's in Bloomsdale.
And that's a fun event.
That is really
Very
fun.
good food.
Yes.
Yes.
They have a car cruise, tractor and engine show. Here we go. Let me get
I think they
this
add
a
more
little bit
stuff
better.
every year.
I think so. Fried chicken and ham dinner. That's really good. Then the carryouts, 12 large plates, 12. Large plates are $12, $7 for the small plates. And then music inside from 1 to 4. Then they have a poker stand, 50-50 raffle. Let's see. Then a washerboard tournament. And I'll tell you what. And then they have lots of kids' games, bounce houses and slide, sandwiches, drinks, and all the, anything that you want. I'll tell you what.
Do they still have the little animals like chickens and all that on
Well,
display, or does it say?
They don't
say nothing
no,
about
they
that.
don't say anything about that.
They had some in a pen, I think.
Oh.
One year. I don't know what they were doing now. Yeah.
I know my grandkids like to do the washerboard tournament.
Oh,
I love that.
do
And I
they?
tell you, we were out there, the year that I was out there, I mean, it was full all the time, adults and kids. So it was really neat. It would be fun for everybody. And again, that is on Sunday, August 28th from 11 to 5, and that's this Sunday. So, that's one other thing. Then we have, and I noticed this, if anybody's interested, the Missouri Extension in St. Genevieve County they're having the 12th annual St. Genevieve County Household Hazardous Waste Electronics and Recycling Day. And that's September the 24th. I know that's kind of late.
Where's
I mean,
that
we
at?
could bring this up. It will be at Recycling
Recycle
Center.
Center.
And
it's the
that's
24th?
The 24th of September.
September, yeah.
And it's
Oh,
8 to
September.
12. Yeah, 8 to 12. And,
And it's always crowded, so get
Yes.
there
Yes,
as
I know.
early as you can.
get there early.
Yeah.
And it's basically the household items, paints and stuff like that.
Hazardous
Chemicals,
waste, yeah.
yes. And then they had, the electronics. So that's always neat. You know, it's
Right.
really neat that you have this stuff and you can't throw it in your trash.
Right.
And, I mean, we had several of them that one year, and I took them down there because now my basement was pretty nice after that.
And they take computers and anything with
Yes, anything.
anything with a
TVs.
cord.
Oh, with the
Yeah,
cords, yeah.
TVs.
With TVs and
And
stuff.
any hazardous waste,
Yeah.
anything you shouldn't put in the trash.
And it should, you could probably, well, I know they'll put that back out in the paper. If nothing else, look for the paper. I'm sure that'll be out.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Soon. And I was just going to add a little bit about the county fair this year. It really went well. We got rained out on Friday night, but we had the truck pull on Sunday, which was turned out really well. It was a beautiful day, and hopefully September the 10th.
It will be a beautiful
Will be
day.
a beautiful day. So, and we had several crafts. Didn't have near as much stuff this year, but hopefully next year we'll have,
You mean there wasn't too much entered in the
no,
competition?
No, we didn't, well, they had the Fair Queen competition, the truck pull and the demo, but the demo, they always
That's always lovely.
make a big show. I mean, everybody loves going to that.
Exactly.
So, and then, you could see the fairgrounds is all, the county did, where the racetrack was, they filled it in, and now it's a parking lot for the truck pull, the people that pull in the trucks, and then the people that pull in the demo derby. So now they all have a place to park.
That's good.
So, some of them were trying, kind of going down on the school property, and it wasn't good. So
Right.
this was the best thing. And then, let's see, what else? Oh, then, if anybody's interested, they have the the stock, not stock car, the little, oh my gosh, the racing series, JC Racing Series is this Saturday, and it starts at 6, I believe, 6 or
Like the soap
6:30.
derby?
No, this is actually those little go-karts
Oh,
that
is
they
it?
had up at the fairgrounds. Well, the the St. John JCs have a
Track, yeah.
track down there. So, and then you can go down there and they sell, I mean, they have the license to sell the beer and all kind of food, so you can't go hungry.
Right.
You can sit there and you can sit out on the patio and watch the stuff there. I think that's all I have for now. Unless I
Okay.
think of something else.
You do pop up. Mary Ann, you got anything?
No, I've been kind of recluse.
Okay. So I'll talk a little bit about the Georgette Quilt Show. According to the paper, I read it, and talking to Jamie and Carrie, the event was really well attended. They don't really count people, so they don't know. I think it was in the paper where she guessed probably 10,000.
Whoa.
And we had 1,100 people come in the Art Guild's quilt show.
Oh my gosh.
So we were overjoyed with the turnout of people, and most of all with the turnout for the quilts. They were so beautiful, and they were all made by people in St. John County.
That's awesome.
There should be pictures on Facebook. I know Juanita Wyman, who was the chairman of the quilt show and did a fantastic job. She had a committee, and it was very, very hard work. I think there were like 6 guild members that carried the standards in the heat of the day, which was up in the 90s.
Yes.
It was horrible. And they were so tired, and then we had to put them up on top of it after. Yeah, it was an event for sure. Anyway, we were overjoyed with the 1,100 people, and the quilts, we didn't have a judging, we didn't have who's the best to show or whatever. We had quilts from the 1800s all the way up to present, and Juanita did such a great job. She looked up all the history, had it typed out on cardboards or flyers that were sitting on chairs all over the building, so you got to read history as you went through. All the quilts had names and who made them and who quilted them. It was a lot of typing, and then there was this little blurb or little story with each quilt, which made it really nice. It was
That was cute.
told why you made the quilt and who you made it for and what inspired you, just all kind of different stories, which was very interesting. And there were old quilts for sale, and there were quilts that individuals made that were for sale, and then a lot of the quilts were just on display. And the St. Genevieve Parish has quilting every Monday and Thursday, so they had their quilts up for sale and did rather well with the sale of them. And then we had to tear it all down,
Oh my gosh.
pack it all back up, and deliver it back where we borrowed it from.
My
So it was quite a job, but it was well worth it when
And
it was
what
over
were those
with.
things called that they hung those quilts on?
We just called them quilt standards. I
Okay,
don't know.
maybe that might have been what it was.
I don't know what they're actually called.
Actually, did they give the number of people that was here?
Do what?
Did they give the number of people that was here in town for the,
For the Judafat? No, they have no way of knowing that.
She just thought
I
they
know
might
the
be
Lutheran
about
Church
10,000.
did real well.
Did they?
Did they?
Oh, that's
So
good.
what happened down there?
They had, they sold quite a bit of their quilts, and they had a lot of things downstairs in the basement.
Yeah, they have their yard sale like they always do. Like, did that.
And they had things outside, and I made some cookies, and they sold out of cookies before 3 o'clock.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
The baked things all went, and everybody had to bake again
And
for
you
Sunday.
and you didn't,
I didn't get to go.
no, you didn't have anything to say, and look at all the information you're getting.
See? No kidding.
So I think they handed out water to everyone also?
They did. They had water on supply, and they handed everything to everybody else. But the bake sale, really went over good. They ran out of stuff just
That's
like
good.
crazy.
That's great. And
And they
all,
had good-
all the parishioners
Mm-hmm.
baked something now.
Oh,
Yeah,
we all
I
chipped
used to
in.
love to go to their yard
Their
sale.
yard
Judith,
sale,
they-
yes.
Yeah, they always had
Oh,
such
my
neat
gosh.
stuff, so.
They did. They
And
had
so
a
I'm
lot.
glad they sold quilts also, so that's
Yes,
good.
They had an
How many
array.
do they sell? Or do you know?
I don't know for sure.
No.
I do know they're starting to work on the building across the street.
Right.
Tell us
The
about that.
Lutheran,
Yeah.
what, the,
Tell us
They bought the Woods
Mhm.
Family Funeral Home.
yes, and they're starting to work on that.
And they're gonna make a preschool, is that what they're doing with it? And
I think
meeting
the whole
rooms?
downstairs is going to be devoted to daycare and that, for everybody. Because there's so many babysitters in the county that are at the age where they have to quit. They can't. They're getting older and the kids, there's quite a few of them.
Right.
And there's just a need for some place for people to take their children when they have to work. So they're fixing
So will
up.
that be for, like, what ages? Would it be from little on?
I'm not
You're
sure
not
what
sure
the
on that.
ages are.
Yeah.
But the whole downstairs will be devoted to
Well,
that.
that's great.
So you don't know if it's babies,
They'll have some babies, I think.
or they're gonna do babies up to?
I think, I'm not
Probably
sure.
babies up school age.
Don't quote me on
No,
that.
well, that would be
Because
good,
I don't
because
know, but they're
that's-
going to have an extended daycare. And then they're going to have their Sunday school, the adult Sunday school upstairs, because they're not going to have the apartments up there.
Oh, okay,
Oh, that'll be nice.
yeah.
Yeah, because there's
Yeah.
2 staircases. One comes into the building, the other one goes to the outside.
Right.
So they're going to have that up there.
Well, that's good.
So they're going to really work on it.
Mhm.
And they're planning on doing a lot.
That's
You're
good.
gonna put an elevator in?
Oh, that would be nice.
Good old elevators.
Good old elevators, right.
Oh.
Well, you know, that's what we're doing that at school, in the middle school. Actually, I'm surprised that wasn't done.
Well, you know,
Years ago.
back years ago, they didn't even think of things like that.
No, they didn't.
And they weren't really needed as much as
No,
they are
no,
today,
You're right,
because handicapped people didn't get out like they
Right.
do now.
right.
Now,
They didn't.
whether you're
That's it.
handicapped or not, you're out running
Right.
around just to be active.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's
So
big
it's-
change in
yes. In the society, right?
exactly, in society, a big change in society.
But, you know, it's really neat, because when you include the special needs kids, look at the life they have now.
To what they used to
Oh,
have.
yeah.
Oh, it's
You know,
wonderful, yeah.
if, some of them didn't get to go to school, and some of them, they never took them anywhere.
We have a case in
And-
our family, don't
Oh,
we?
yes, we do, and they're just precious. This little Nancy Davis, I tell you what, I couldn't love anybody any more than, she is so precious, and I think, I don't want to quote myself, I don't want to say how, she's in her 50s, and just as spry as can be. Just as spry as can
And
be.
that's another thing I like in town is common grounds.
Oh,
With
my
all of them that work
gosh.
down there, and the food is so delicious. And the
foods,
drinks, everything is great down there. It's a
Yeah,
very
good
good place.
food and
yeah.
good people, right?
Right.
That's what,
Yes,
that's
I
what
know
they.
what
And that's their sign outside. Good food and good people, that's
Good
their
people.
sign,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then, I was gonna bring this, and I thought maybe the rooted coffee.
I've never been in there
Me
yet.
neither, but they.
There was a couple-
2 weeks now, they've been open.
Yeah, and there was a couple talking about it that had been there, and they said it's really
Now,
nice.
where's that
yeah.
located at?
That's
It's
where
down
Beat-
on
The old
street?
Beatnik.
On Main Street, the old
Beatniks.
Beatnik.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Oliver's down there.
Oh, Oliver's has got
Well,
really good food.
And
yeah.
you know what? He had on Facebook this week that they were limited because they sold out pretty much of their food.
Oh,
Or their-
really?
Yeah. So they're
Over
limited.
Judafet?
Yeah, I guess. So I guess they're going to reorder, but they were still open, but they were limited in. I
Oh, and their
can't remember.
menu was
And I
limited.
think, oh, I don't even want to say it now. I was thinking it was like potato soup or something. Whatever it was like, oh, I think I could go down there and get that. But
Yeah.
you know what's neat when you, I've gone down there, gone by in the evenings and And it's just neat to see, you know, before it was like everything was closed.
Right.
7 or 8 o'clock, things were just died down.
different.
Right.
And now it just seems like, even if they're not open late, it's lit up,
Right.
you know, and it's,
Yeah, they were open pretty late the other Saturday
Yes.
night. I
and,
went down there and it was, or Friday night, I
I
think
can't,
it was.
and
I
forgive
went
me.
by and they were open.
Forgive
People
me.
sitting outside.
Yes,
yeah.
sitting outside. She's got to
And the
forgive me 'cause I
Audubon,
keep-
people
yeah, oh,
sit
yeah.
outside there
Love
all
it,
the time
yes.
too, yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have to forgive me because I can't remember your name. The one that has those 3 businesses down there with the lights on all the time.
Oh, Magnolias
No. This is on Main Street yet.
on Main Street.
It's-
Oh, Sam's,
Yeah, like the rustic.
Rust.
Yeah, Rust.
And then
what's her name?
Sam.
Sam. Okay. I'm sorry, Sam. I
At
could
Rust,
not
yeah.
remember. Yes. That is those 3 stores and where you put on the different. Yes.
Dressed
So,
in different.
I told her, I said,
yeah.
well, when my grandkids come home from Kansas, that's what I want to take them down there, and I just want us to go down there and
Take
do it.
pictures,
Yes,
yeah.
I think it'll be fun.
Yeah,
I
she's
think
got
that's
a neat
something for
place,
them.
and I don't know if too many people know about it.
Well,
You never hear people talking about
No,
it. But she has like dress for different periods in time.
yes.
And then you
She's
get your
got
picture
different-
taken.
Right, and
yeah.
she's got a couple places on the inside that are fixed up where you would stand.
Like if
or-
it was
yes,
Western or-
like it was. What are the olden days? Oh, listen to me, olden days.
Olden
That
days.
was when I was young.
The golden olden
The
days.
olden days. But anyway, it was pretty neat. She's got some neat stuff down there, and it's, you know, if anybody has a chance to. My daughter came home from Kansas last year at Christmas time, and we went down, and it was like, it was kind of a rainy, ugly day, but it was fun because it wasn't lots of people. It was, you know, and we got to talk. We went to the honey store. She was really loved that. And then the spice store.
QRST?
No, well,
the,
there's spices that are over across the Oars, from the Oars. Smoking Hot.
oh, Smoking Hot.
Is it
I've never
Smokin'
been in there.
Oh my gosh, that lady.
Do they sell spices
Oh, they
and
sell some of
hot
the stuff.
sauce and all
Yes.
that kind of stuff?
They sold some stuff, and I've never had a chance to go down on the days that they have these tastings for drinks, like Bloody Marys, and
Oh,
I can't
really?
remember some of the other drinks.
Oh, my
And it
goodness.
seems like every time I go down, it's never on the,
Never on the right day, yeah.
It's on the wrong day, but,
And Bricks has been having a lot of
Yes.
events too.
yes.
And they have mead, which
Yeah.
is honey.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
honey.
So I always tell everybody, if you really want the local honey, go there, because that's
At the
where.
hun- Yeah, the
yes.
honey shop, yeah. And Show Me Shop has
Oh, the Show Me Shop,
one of
yes.
the local growers,
Right,
honey
right.
people. Pat's does too. She's got one from out Bloomsdale.
That's right.
And Show
And
Me
then-
Shop's got one from
and
around
then-
this area.
Colton Cabs. Am I right, Cabs? Colton Cabs. Yeah, is going to have his desserts up at Save-A-Lot. Save-A-Lot's going to sell his desserts.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, how
He
neat.
makes those, yes. He makes their, like, desserts in a container. I wish I would have kept that. I completely forgot to keep that, but.
What is
I
it,
just- It's,
like a cake or
I
a
think they're
roll?
like
or-
cakes, I think. That's pretty bad. I don't have it, I didn't remember to keep it, but, anyway, it's Colton's,
He's going to have that set up and save a lot?
they're selling it for him. So they
It's
got
in
like
their
it's
stock,
in their
huh?
stock, yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah. So I guess if I'll have to go up there. and
Have
just
to go
find
check it out,
Have to go
so you
check
can
it
talk
out.
about it.
Absolutely, so I can talk about, hey, remember when I said Colton's Desserts? Anyway, I've heard nothing but good stuff about them.
Oh,
They're
really?
really good,
Yeah,
good
good.
stuff. And we're going to try to get him to come to the fair this summer, but it was, it was just too, the notice was too late, but, so hopefully maybe next year, you know, that's what we're wanting at the fairs, for people, local people to
Build their
bring,
food,
oh
yeah.
my gosh, I know
And there's so
people-
much talent in
Oh,
St.
there
James.
is.
Oh, my gosh.
You know, all the crafts, any kind of crafts, any kind of food, like Pat's, we had her, she came, and set up, I'm not sure if it was the best place. I thought it would be the best place on the inside, but, maybe it wasn't. But they had, because there were people looking for her spices or her jellies or whatever. And I said, well, she had it on the inside of the building. I said, oh, well, we were outside looking for it. So, you know, maybe we should have had it on the outside with everybody else. But, so hopefully, you know, I'd love to have people bring their, you know, like with the 4-H kids bring their stuff in.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
I used to love
Oh,
that.
yes, when you're sitting up there and you see all this food, I'm thinking, you need to tell these kids to sell it. They need to sell it. I mean, I'd buy all of it because I'm right there in the mornings. But I thought, oh my gosh, I thought I had that down. But anyway, so I don't know that, that they would do that, but, you know, just, or even we even thought the farmer's market, if we had a place that they could sell up there on Friday and Saturdays. They could do it Sunday too, as far as that was, you know, but I don't know how big of, and I don't know who to get in contact with. I called the Klein lady and she told me she wasn't in charge of it anymore. So if I could have found somebody.
Yeah, I have no idea who
yeah.
it is.
You know, if they got any produce, you know they'd sell it.
Oh, sure.
The people up there would, you know, I even thought, you know, somebody that makes dumplings, like Pat, you know, I'm assuming they could do this. We'd have to check to make sure they'd be able to sell that kind of stuff. But
Right.
dumplings and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Keeps your mouth on
It
the
sure does.
Our town is so talented with so many things that people have no idea about.
Right.
And once you start talking about one thing, it leads to another and another and another. Yeah,
I even had some of my spoons.
wonderful. Yeah.
And they got sold.
You got what?
My spoons were sold. Some of my spoons that I had
Your
done.
what?
Spoons.
Oh,
I've been those antique spoons and I paint on the back of them.
yeah. Those are so cute.
Yeah.
I have a couple of those.
I gave them to the church itself.
Oh, did you?
Well, that's
Well, that's good, yeah.
So they did, they hadn't been out there for a while.
No, they hadn't. Those were
Why?
really nice, yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't had,
Well, you know, I was talking to a few people, and I think this year, not only for us, but they were talking about Missouri State Fair. How this was probably one of the biggest years for them.
And probably that was due to COVID and
Yes.
so many people being afraid to go out.
Right, that's exactly
And all of a
what they said.
sudden, everybody's going out.
Right.
And not being so scared.
Right, right.
And
And I think
they
they're
want to get
learning-
out because
Right.
they've been cooped up for
Right.
so long. Yeah.
And I think they're learning more about the COVID, different things. And,
Right.
you know, before you had to be quarantined for 14 days, now it's 5. That's a big difference,
Big difference.
you know?
yes.
And so, you know, if people would just, I tell everybody this all the time, wash your hands.
Yeah,
Just
and don't
wash.
put your hands by your nose or your
Right,
mouth.
don't touch
Yeah.
any of that. And if you have to sneeze and you're somewhere, go like this. where
Not
you're
in your
not.
hand.
Yeah, I know it's probably not the best thing to do, but it was like, oh my gosh, I heard
Yeah.
pull my
Put your
shirt
shirt
up.
up, I do
Yes,
that
and I'm thinking, it went like that to do that, but.
Another
you know.
place that we probably have never talked about yet is Rolling on the River. They rent bicycles and they have shirts and they're located right up across from Common Grounds.
Oh, that's, yes.
That looks like a neat place.
Oh
I've
my-
never been in
well-
there, but it looks neat in the window, yes.
I went in there one time.
Did you?
Oh, because there was like several things, there wasn't anything I didn't want. There were several things I wanted. And I thought, oh, I'll come back later, because it was just the beginning of fall.
Oh,
It was last year. And I'm thinking, oh no, I'll wait and see what I have. And then, you know, I just didn't get back down there.
Back in
But
there,
yeah,
yeah.
they got some of the neatest T-shirts, the neatest sayings on the T-shirts. They
is
got
that
some.
right across from the?
Commons Grounds, yep. right next to.
And then
the old-
Zelensky's,
Yes.
Zelensky has the mall all by
Yeah.
himself now, which is really nice. I mean,
mall.
that it's theirs. Not the mall.
Oh,
it's a
that building?
antique store.
Oh, okay, yes.
The antique store. I
Right,
shouldn't say
right.
mall.
Well, I know what you're talking about
Yeah.
now, yeah. Well, that's neat.
And of course, the new antique mall, that's got
Oh, my
gobs
gosh.
of booths in it. What is there in there
Yes.
now, 80-something?
There's 80-something, yeah.
Yeah, and that's really nice, and it's very bright
Yes,
and welcoming. Yeah,
yes. My nephew,
asset to the town, for
Right.
sure. Yeah.
my nephew, Dean Bader, was one of them that was redoing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I heard, and it was funny because I went down there because they said it was open, and I thought, okay, I don't know why that's making a noise. Anyway, I went down there, and it was funny because I had my granddaughters with me, and I said, we're supposed to, there it goes. Well, because I went in on this side,
Oh.
on the back end, or the front end, and I said, well, that doesn't look nice. I thought they painted this. And so we drove on, and I said, well, there's lights down there, let's go down that way. So we went down there, and you could see it. It was really nice, really nice.
Yeah, and they got the classiest doors.
Oh,
on the
yes.
entrance, I love those.
Yes.
They even got the little, slide the thing over and peek out. like the speakeasies.
Well, you know what's funny? I had some people asking me, or actually, well, asking me if I knew anything about it, and I said, well, all I know is that they were putting up tables and stuff. And one girl said, well, I heard it was crafts and stuff, and I said, well, I'm sure they have some of that stuff. And they said it's not just an antique mall. And I said, well, you know what? The more that you put in there, the better it is. Some people want antiques, some people want crafts, but,
Yeah.
you can,
I went and walked the whole thing the other day.
Did
and there
you?
was a big variety of
Yeah.
items
Yeah,
for sale.
yeah,
Old stuff and newer
And
things.
newer things.
Yes.
That's
And
neat.
everything in between.
yeah. If somebody just gets the chance one day, a day you're off, the evening, once it starts getting nicer in the evenings, you want to take a walk, just go down on Main Street and see what they have. I mean, we did. It was so much fun. I told my granddaughters, I said, well, we're going to go to town and we're going to be tourists. And they looked at me and said, why would we be tourists? And I said, because my granddaughters from Kansas was, and I said, because they are tourists. They're from out of town, so they're
Right,
tourists.
that's right.
And so anyway, we walked down there, and it was just, it was later, so we didn't get to go to Stella's or any of that. So I think we ended up going to Cyril's that night, but it was just fun. It was just so much fun. I just enjoyed it. But like there is the wines and the new little stores, Magnolia's, Belle Ever After. Both of
Silver
them.
Sycamore, got
So-
beautiful
yes,
art. Rural
yes.
Mission has opened up next to the Herald, and they look like they have a
Oh,
variety of
yes,
things. Yeah,
yes.
so,
You need to get her to come on.
yeah.
Um,
There are so many new things in town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the sassafras, is it
Yeah.
something sassafras?
Sassafras.
Yeah.
down on Main,
I love that. I keep
off of
telling-
Main Street.
Every time
on
she
Main
comes there, I
Street.
think I tell her all the time that me and my granddaughters are gonna come and spend the night down there. Just every time we go by there, Lexi will say, Mima, where would we sleep? I said, well, we'll sleep on the floor if we have to. What's the difference? I said, I think it's got like a little loft or a little upstairs.
There's
on
probably
the side.
beds and
Yeah,
stuff.
oh, there is.
Well, I know
Well,
there
sure it is
Yeah,
because
they have
it's
to be,
her,
it's
right?
an Airbnb.
Yeah, yeah.
And most of her, in fact, all her merchandise is handmade and like old replicas of antiques and stuff.
Really?
And it's all handmade. All
Oh,
of it.
well, that's.
She doesn't have any, I don't think she has anything purchased down there.
Oh, right.
It's all from
It's all
artisans.
yeah, artisans.
Yeah, artisans.
Oh, well, that's neat.
Yeah.
That's neat.
So I think there's a reenactment coming up pretty soon too, but I don't know the dates. I
Oh, would
forgot
that
to
be
look.
the 16th and 17th,
Oh, probably
Oktoberfest?
so. I bet it's the Oktoberfest.
Yes.
And they're doing that. Yeah.
I thought I had that on my phone, but,
Yeah.
Yeah, 16th and 17th, I think. Is that a Friday and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday? Let me check to see if I have any more of those things on my phone. But that would be fun for
Everybody. to go to,
everybody down.
yeah.
That's
It's living in the 1800s, I think
Right.
it is. Yeah.
and then don't they have
They have a reenactment in the,
is it down on Austin Moses property?
no,
No?
it's up at the, the bank where French colonial
Oh,
America.
okay, okay.
And there's another part of it someplace else. Read the paper, it's in there.
Right, read the paper.
Read the paper. Go online or read it.
Well,
but
that's
it's
what
in
I'd
there.
say, go
And
go
I'm sure
online.
they're gonna have posters up
Right,
somewhere.
Right.
Probably down at the Welcome Center would be a good place to look for them.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Yeah,
That
and
would
in
be-
any of the businesses probably have some things about it. So we have another thing starting too. It's the fall, the Art Guild's fall lineup of classes. We started having kids classes and adults classes last year. In fact, maybe the year before we even started. Well, anyway, so the first class this year is watercolor and acrylics, and I'm teaching it. It's we're going to do a paper method and pour, and so that's interesting and nice. But it's only for children, and the limit is 10. It's from ages 7 to 12. Then the next one will be the Day of the Dead. Peggy Bay is teaching that, and it is from ages 6 to 12, and there's 12 people that can sign up in it. Let me see if I can read this on here. It's Halloween season and Mexico's Day of the Dead traditions by creating decorated Day of the Dead skull and add it to a skull and bones wreath with various supplies. So you'll be making a wreath and using the Day of the Dead skull. The Day of the Dead sounds creepy, which I always thought it was, but actually it's honoring the dead.
Oh, really?
It's for, they go into the cemeteries, and that's how they honor the dead in Mexico.
Oh,
That's why it's called the
Darn.
Day of the Dead.
The Day of
My
the Dead.
cousin told me that because they have a condo in Mexico and go down there every year for the Day of the Dead. Yeah.
well,
Oh,
I'll be
really?
darned.
So she told me that. That's very interesting. I didn't know that. And Peggy's class is from 9 to 11. Mine is from 9:30 to 11:30. And then Magic Doors, Peggy's going to teach that one also. And that's Saturday, October 15th, ages 6 to 12, 12 students. And that is from 9 to 11:30. And you're going to create a portal to another world of fantasy and mystery. Small wooden doors will be painted and embellished excuse me, with clay, sparkles, stones, moss, etc. Students will make two, one to donate to the St. Genevieve County Library to become bookends, and the other to take home. Books open doors that expand the mind, or our minds. Then the next one will be Magic Wands with Karen Stuhlman, ages 5 to 12, maximum 12 people. And that's on Saturday, October 22nd. And that will be from 9 to 11. You'll create your own special magical wands from a variety of materials. Whether you are a wizard or a princess, you can have a special wand to take with you. Let the magic begin. And then the next one is Learn to Crochet, and that's also by Karen, ages 5 through 12, maximum 12 in the class, and that's Saturday, November the 5th from 9 to 11. Learn how to crochet and incorporate beads into your work. We'll make chokers, necklaces, anklets, and bracelets to take home. So these workshops are partially subsidized by the Bayer Rural Fund Community Art Program grant. So that's the same grant that Valley High School had years ago, that when we started the plein air events. That's from the same place. And then we have adult classes also, and the kids' classes are $10 each. If there's 2 sessions, it's still $10. If there's 1, it's $10. The adults are $25 each, and there's a maximum of 12 students in each of these classes. The first one is Drawing Skills for Adults. They'll go 6 times, 6 days for $25, and it'll be from 1 to 3. Mondays, October 3rd, 10th, and 17th, and Thursdays, October 6th, 13th, and 20th, and they're from 1 to 3.
Ooh.
And Vicki Cummings is teaching that, and these girls, Peggy and Vicki, were art teachers in Fox, at Fox
Oh, at
School
Fox,
District.
oh, okay.
And they're very good. Vicki, they're both very professional artists, and Vicki is talented in so many, as well as Peggy, in so many ways. I mean, they can do anything they put their mind to. They're very good, yeah. So no experience is required. Learn to draw from observation using perspective skills, learn methods of shading, and try imaginative and figure drawing. Attendees must bring, then you bring 3 pencils, an eraser, a ruler, a sketch pad, and fine tip black felt marker. There's a few papers and stuff that'll be, and the drawing boards will be supplied by the Art Guild. All of this stuff that you need to bring is available at Dollar General. I saw it, I had purchased some of it, and I saw it up there not too long ago. So you'll need the 3, 4, and 6 pencils. You can stop in the Art Guild, sign up for any of these classes, and then you'll take a paper home that tells you exactly what you need.
Oh, okay.
So, and that'll be, that if you want to draw or just doodle better than you doodle on your papers, that would be a good class to take too. And then we're going to have one that's photography for adults, capturing the light with your iPhone. So this is going to be taught by Gina Bennett, and Gina takes beautiful photographs, flowers and the skies especially, and she's just very proficient at photography. She's taken several classes from well-known
Yeah.
photographers. So she says it'll be on November the 8th, which is a Tuesday, from 9 o'clock until noon. Learn how to maximize the photo features on an Apple iPhone in the 3-hour workshop. So she'll teach you how to do the pictures on your phone.
Oh.
So, which is very good. Yeah, I told her I need that. You will spend the first 35 to 45 minutes, 30 minutes to 45 minutes, discussing basic photography skills and tips, and then walking historic downtown, capturing a variety of images on your phone. Upon return to the Art Center, the class will review information and have a discussion and feedback. So you can sign up in person, go to the Art Center. It's Merchant Street, right across from the Catholic Church, between 11 and 3 on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday we're open. And the registration forms are there, and you can do credit card or cash or check, whichever. If you want to sign up by mail, you can go to the Art Guild's website. It's www.artstgen.org. And then you go under the workshops and print off a registration form. And then you mail it with your check, or with the check you don't want to put cash in an envelope, to St. Genevieve Art Guild, 310 Merchant Street, St. Genevieve, Missouri. And it says to mail early to reserve a space or a place. You register for each class or workshop by 1 week before it begins to ensure we have available materials and space for everyone. And if you want to email about anything, it's St. Genevieve Art Guild, spelled out, @gmail.com. So also, if you want, you can, instead of mailing it, you can drop it in the mailbox that's on the side of the building facing the Catholic Church. It's a black box on a pole there, and that's the
I've seen
mailbox.
that.
So you can sign up for any of these classes, sign your kids up, your grandkids, And everybody that's taken them's had a really good time with them. So, and they're on Saturdays for the children, every Saturday, the 17th of September, October the 8th, October the 15th, October the 22nd, and November the 5th. And the adults, of course, can be in the daytime. For those not working or stay-at-home moms that have their kids at school.
Right, right.
October 3rd, these are on Mondays, 3rd, 10th, and 17th, and Thursday, the 6th, 13th, and 20th. So you'll be going 3 weeks from 1 to 3 in the afternoon on Mondays and Thursdays. And then Gina's is just one day, and it's November the 8th from 9 until noon. So that's our arts program for the fall. Yep.
Well,
And then there'll be a new one coming out in January, and then of course we'll have a summer one too with the classes listed.
Well, that's awesome. Well,
And we've had good turnout, and the kids have fun. They like
that, oh, I'm sure.
They like being there
I'm
and
sure.
doing their
And if
art.
they like, and if any of them like any kind of art, that's definitely what they'd like.
Yeah, it's a fun place to be with friends and do art at the same time. And we'll be having our plein air at some point too. We'll announce that
That's-
later.
Yeah, yeah. I've been sitting here, I was listening to you, but I thought, I know that Colton Caps's things.
Got to find it
I
somewhere.
have to
so you
find it,
found
so I found it, yeah.
Yay!
No, there we go. I think I lost contact. Anyway, it's called Uncle Colt's Instant Desserts. And it's just, he just finished serving at the Taste of St. Genevieve
Oh,
event.
okay.
I forgot about that. He was there, and he said they served over 250 samples.
Oh my
of his-
goodness, how
of his
great.
dessert.
Now, this is the one that's going to be at Save a
At
Lot.
Save-A-Lot, yes. And I'm gonna try real quick if I can.
Well, is he just putting his desserts in there under his name?
Yeah, it's all his.
Okay,
So,
what was the name, Colt?
Uncle Colt,
Uncle Colt's?
yeah.
Okay, I
If,
have to look for that.
Excuse me.
I don't know how could I get him? If it's not gonna be something, I don't have anything down here to show on him, but it's in little
They got it in
containers.
little containers.
Little containers.
I better pass for it, right, those.
Instant, so I don't know if anybody can see it, but if you look on, I just went
That's
to
a
Colton.
website.
I just went on Facebook.
Just read it on the top. It'll say.
Read up here, wait.
I think it should say
It just takes a minute there we go.
up here.
Oh, Uncle Colt's Instant Desserts.
I think I just went by that thing the other day when I was in there. and
Yeah,
just
if you
paid-
Google Uncle Colt's
Yeah,
Instant
Google that.
Desserts, then it'll tell you where
I
to
never
go.
thought about
and
that.
Show you a picture
I could
probably.
Google it.
Yeah, you can Google anything.
Right, it took me all this time to find this, and all I had to do was Google.
Google.
Oh my
Google's pretty
gosh.
smart.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's
Google's
what
a
it is.
pretty smart app.
Right.
It's nice to use.
I don't have
But
one of those, which
You just Google it, and
Just
there it is.
Google.
I couldn't
There it is.
remember. Because I don't remember what I did yesterday.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Let me see if I can.
Is that anything?
Oh, no, that's for the.
That's yours.
I was trying to think of, I wanted to go down, I'm trying to go down the aisle, and not aisle, but the
Streets.
streets, and, like we talked about clothing stores, Magnolias, and they even have kids' clothes, and Belle Ever After.
And baby, yeah, and they have baby clothes too.
Yes.
Magnolias.
And, anyway, they really got some neat things in both, adults and,
Right,
the
both
kids.
places do.
Right.
yeah. So we actually really have two clothing stores
If you,
in town.
yes, if you needed something, you have that, and both of them have shoes,
Yes, they do now.
design
Yeah.
shoes, and, trying to think, does Mandy have purses? I can't remember. Magnolias, I can't remember if they have purses.
I don't remember. Oh, yes, I think
Do
they
they?
do.
I think they did.
they do.
And then
yeah.
Belle Ever
And
After
hats.
has purses, hats.
And I think they have hats also.
They got a little bit of everything, and just go in,
Go in and snoop if you don't want to buy
Right,
anything.
Right, I've gone in both of them, and with my grandkids, and I mean, I bought some things, actually, this came from there.
That's cute, yeah.
They had some neat kimonos and some different, they got some really neat, T-shirts, with, like spiritual things on them.
Oh,
Or,
okay.
you know, stuff on them, so that's kind of neat. And then there was one I was just ahead of my mind, and you know what, something neat was, oh my gosh, no, I had that name. It's where they play those games across from,
Oh, the art,
The flower shop?
Giggles,
Yes.
yeah.
I
What does
know.
he go by?
What is it? Oh, my goodness.
Isn't that awful?
Okay, well, we're
And I
thinking,
know him, but yeah, while we're thinking about it.
Ziggy's.
Ziggy's, yes.
yeah.
He's got, I mean, and I've gone by there many a times, and that place is pretty full.
Of the
Yes,
younger
of the younger,
generation,
and
yeah.
actually, they're, you know,
They're having tournaments.
yes.
That's what they do.
So, you know, it's fun to see that, because we do need something like that
yeah.
for the
Yes,
kids.
for our kids to hang out
You know,
in,
it
yeah.
doesn't have
When
to
we
be
were young,
sports all
we
the
had
time.
Teen Town and
Oh my gosh, teen
roller
dances,
rink
roller
and
rink.
movie and
I told my granddaughters we had the roller rink, and Lexi goes, where in town could you have a roller rink? And I showed her, it's not there anymore. And she said, it was down here, and I said, it was down here. I said, we
Nice.
had
Basement.
I said,
and
we
the
had,
floor. Remember how shiny that floor was? Yeah.
the Oris, I
And the
told them
bowling
that
alley
used
was
to,
down
the
there, too.
bowling alley, I told them where the bowling alley was
Yeah.
over here.
We had a lot to do when we were
Oh,
young.
we
yeah.
did, you know what, my whole family, that's what we did as a family. The kids played softball in the summertime. It was never any, like, traveling leagues or anything like that. It was all
Here,
city stuff. But we had the bowling alley. I bowled on a league, Earl bowled on a league, we bowled on a mixed league. And then all three of my kids
Run
on leagues.
teams, yeah.
And that, you know, that was what they wanted to do. They
Right,
loved that.
Right.
You know, it's a shame because unless you, and it's funny because when we go, you know, when we go to my daughters in Kansas, a lot of times we'll go to the bowling alley. It's just funny watching them. You know, they're up there bowling, you know, and it's like, okay, now this is how you're supposed to hold the ball. This is how you do this. And it's like, oh, they're just playing. They're never going to be in a, you know, so we just let them go. And
Yeah, it's
so
fun,
it
yeah.
is. Some of them get those
used to
gutters
have
all the time.
We used to have a rolling rink on the top floor. This guy had he serviced cars. He just fixed up cars, and it was like a big barn. It's what it looked like. And he had cars down the stairs where he had his car
Where was
shop
this at?
in Nashville.
Oh, in Nashville, Illinois.
And we used to have this upstairs. They had just the neatest floor, and it was the whole building was a roller rink. Oh my God, it was so much
Oh, I
fun.
bet. It is fun.
Yeah, I loved to
and
skate
remember,
when I was
we used to
young.
I had a friend, and her mom and dad would always go to the drive-in in Perryville.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh, we
Yeah,
just
how
thought
many
we were-
nights did you spend at the drive-in?
Right.
Yeah.
And we loved going during the summer because we got to sit outside.
Side on the quilt.
On the
yeah,
quilt,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And then we
And the
got to-
mosquitoes were biting.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And we got to go into and get the refreshments and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
oh, you know what? Talk about refreshments. I have something on my phone. I got to show you. I got to tell you guys this.
Oh my God.
I don't even know why
American
kept this.
custard is a really great place
That's
too.
what I was going to say.
Oh, that's what you were gonna talk
American
about.
custard.
Yes.
And now they have like their drive-through, I think on the weekends and at all times now.
But they're
is-
closed on Sundays. Are they closed on Monday too?
Where's that
I
at?
didn't think they were closed on Sunday.
We went out there Sunday evening and
This
they
Sunday?
were closed. This
Okay.
past Sunday, yeah. Maybe they're not.
well,
Maybe they
you know
just
what?
closed early.
I never know about Sunday because sometimes they are and sometimes
Oh,
they aren't.
okay.
So I'm not, oh, here we go.
But the sherbet is delicious.
Oh, there isn't anything. We were out there one day, me and my granddaughters, and him and his wife they were trying out different things, you know, and he had a pizza.
Oh, their pizzas
He
are
tried,
good.
was it barbecued chicken or something, whatever it was. I told him, oh my gosh, it was delicious. And he said that they thought that might be what they might do every once in a while, think of something
Different, yeah.
different and, you know,
Advertise it,
yes,
yeah.
advertise it
Where's
just for that. 'cause
where's
Yeah,
this
it's
at?
very good.
This is out.
Out by the water park.
Oh,
Yeah.
the building that's out
Yes.
there.
They have the biggest flag in St. John.
Oh.
Really
yes,
tall, yeah.
It's tall and the inside is American, the
Americana.
decoration Americana, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a neat place. It's fun to sit out there. The ice cream and the,
I have to go out there. I haven't been out there yet.
the ice cream and the custard is delicious. And you know what's funny, and it's not expensive. The
No,
other
it
day, me and
isn't.
Lexi, let's say I ended up getting 3 things, and it was 11 something. I don't remember what, 11 something. And I didn't think that was so bad.
Right, right. I had a sundae and a milkshake both from there at different
Did you?
times.
Yeah.
And they were both very, very
Oh,
good. Yeah.
Their strawberry sundaes are amazing. And then I just like chocolate ice cream with marshmallow.
Oh,
White
well,
marshmallow.
I do
I
too.
like that.
Yeah.
But my granddaughters like that. I don't know. They're the custards and they're in a cup. And the small is more than they can really eat.
Oh my God.
Are they open
So
all
that's
the time?
Well, they're open.
I think so. I
Yeah.
don't know if they probably have one day they're closed, but
Oh,
I
I'm
don't know
sure
what
they
it
do.
is.
I don't know.
know.
I don't know what it is either.
I know
but-
my granddaughter comes from New Baden, Illinois, over here to go to the swimming pool.
Oh, yeah.
They look forward to that. That's
Oh,
a big
yes.
holiday. They come and spend weekend and they go in there and then they went down to
Yeah.
there and she said, oh, that ice cream was out of this world.
Yeah.
It was very
That
good.
custard.
So you guys, listen, 1972, and this just happens to be McDonald's. Oh, my gosh. And it's funny because
Is this
Yeah.
all the prices?
all the prices, yeah.
I remember
I
looking
will
at that.
say, like, the shakes were 35 cents.
But we got to remember, at those prices, our wages were 75 cents an hour and $1 an
Absolutely.
hour.
It's nothing like $20 an hour.
Well, in 72, they were probably $1.25
Right.
an hour, the
Right.
wages.
Yeah.
When I started working in the 50s, it was 75,
Well, when
or
I
72, 75,
first
something
got
like
my
that.
first job, I was 15, and I worked at, I babysat and cleaned houses when I was 13. And then 15, I started working at the Park and Eat.
Oh, yes,
Remember,
Park and Eat, yes. The Dowdies.
Claire and Gus Shank.
Oh, the Shanks
Oh,
owned it
yes.
then,
Shanks.
okay.
And they'd work at night, and they told me if I wanted to, so I was making, oh, we have somebody calling.
We have a call in. Hello, welcome to What's New.
You just hung up on him.
Hello?
You guys were talking about McDonald's, and I couldn't help but call. I wanted to tell you that was one of my first jobs, was McDonald's.
McDonald's was your first job. And who is this? I missed the name. I'm trying to find
The
Um,
speaker?
yes, so I can put you on speaker. Okay, now try.
All righty.
There we go, I found it.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we can hear you.
Okay. Well, I was going to tell you that you guys were talking about McDonald's, and that was one of my very first jobs, and I was making $1.35 an hour. This is 1968.
Oh,
You wait till I go back to work on Monday and tell those kids that.
Yeah, and I can remember when the shakes were 35 cents, a Big Mac. I remember the first Big Mac came out. I was working there, and I forget what it was. It was like 30 cents too.
Well-
my dad, we used to, I started working there. This has been, earlier. Like we would be able to get a soda and a small hamburger and fries for like 35 cents. It was just crazy.
Yes.
It's like 15 cents for this and 10 cents for this, and it was great. My dad liked to take because the whole family could sit there and enjoy the meal. That's what it was. But when I was working there, it was right next to a drive-in theater. Now, the McDonald's is still there today, but the drive drive-in theater is long gone, as you can imagine.
Where was
But we
this
used to
at?
have a rush every night when the movie let out. We would have a huge rush at McDonald's. It was just crazy.
Oh, wow.
And we didn't have indoor seating. We had an indoor, when you walked up to the counter, that was indoors, but there was no seating out there. It was just stand up. You had to just stand up and wait for your order there at the counter. So,
And what town was this, Don?
A little different, but you started talking about the prices back to that. I see those lists every now and then. I said, I remember that.
Yes.
My paycheck was $1.35 an hour. I did get a meal free a day. I got one meal per shift.
Yes.
Of course, I would always have something like a double cheeseburger or something,
Yes.
Fries.
Right.
Maybe a fish sandwich, but then they started getting chips.
Chips.
And they said we couldn't have shakes as part of those
For
those
your
free
meal?
meals anymore. And I doubt, Martha, that those workers over at McDonald's today are getting free meals.
No, actually, we do get a free meal.
You do?
Yes, we do. That's one of our,
Well, congratulations.
Yes.
That is so wonderful.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
It-
I'm glad you do.
well, you know what? It wasn't like that. It was like we had to pay half. Or we could get something up to $2 or up to $3 or whatever. Well, right now you can't get that because there's nothing really like that. And like Don, when we were talking about this was something, because the fish fillets, I remember when they were like $2. And back in '72, the fish fillet was 48 cents.
Oh yeah.
But-
I remember they weren't that expensive, but I can also remember what happens if you leave them in the fryer too long.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
I did the French fries and that, and then sometimes I worked the grill. And after I worked the counter one day, the guy said, Don, you're no good at the counter. We the grill.
No, I can't believe that. Don, when my son was working there, he went to work his junior year, and Betty Jett was his manager at the time, and she asked him to come in. So he would go in, not every morning, but some mornings, and before school at open. And he'd get to work then. But I remember him coming home after he started, and he said, Mom, he said, you and Dad have to go to McDonald's tomorrow night. That's what it was, because he worked that Wednesday night. And I said, why? And he said, because cheeseburgers are three for $1.
Oh boy.
And I said, well, and it's funny because we never ate out. I cooked all the time. I mean, we really never ate out. But the funny part was, so I told him, I said, well, we'll come out and we'll do that for you. Well, you got this big bun and this little bitty cheeseburger that was on the inside. I told him, I said, Brian, I'm never buying a cheeseburger at McDonald's again. Only because when I want a cheeseburger, well, when you cook them at home.
You got a
they're-
cheeseburger.
Right, they're not as thin,
Yeah.
which would be the quarter pound cheese now. But,
Yeah.
it's still, it's just funny because how things change and the prices and the wages. Don, when I first started working, I made, minimum wage was $1.65. And I worked at Missy Lane that time, and I remember her Rita telling me that I can make like $5 an hour. I went home and told her I was excited. I can make $5 an hour. I was so excited. But even getting back that when we were younger, when I worked at the Park and Eat, it was 75 cents an hour, or if I worked on weekends, I got 65 cents an hour, I'm sorry. And then if I worked weekend, or if I worked nights, I got 95 cents. Oh, I was so excited, 95 cents, absolutely I'll work. Well, the funny part about that was, it was when 61 was 61, you didn't have the interstate. And here comes this big bus. I worked with, like I said, Claire Shank, Claire and Gus, and we had this great big bus, Greyhound, or it looked like a Greyhound, but it was a big bus, and it had Loretta Lynn on it.
Oh,
And I'm
my.
thinking, I wonder if that's Loretta Lynn's. So Gus said, well, I don't know. We'll just check. So here these guys come in. Well, I love Loretta Lynn. I was excited. I was so excited. I said, is there any way I could see her? And he said, well, she's sleeping. And I said, can I just look at her? They probably thought, how weird is this kid? And anyway, so I guess he called, or not called, but he had went back and
Woke her up.
she was awake.
Oh.
And I got to go up the steps and say hi to her. And then I still have, it's like one of those little fans like thing, paper fans, where it was her picture and she signed it for me. So that was exciting. You know, when you think about just all the, we think about this all the time at home, all the fun times we had, the kids playing outside. You know, how many kids really, I'm not saying there's not any kids, I'm sure there are, but all that fun stuff. I remember my granddaughters telling me, Mima, I wish one day we could live the days that you lived, and I'm not fast enough to come off with anything, but I was that day, and I said, oh no, you wouldn't. And Lexi goes, why not? And I said, first of all, we never had telephones. We played all the time. We were outside till dark, and
That's right.
but Don,
dawn.
that's funny. So where did you work at?
Okay.
What town?
It was in Doherty, California.
Oh,
And
California.
that's outside Los Angeles.
You know what's funny? I cannot imagine you not being on counter.
Oh, no. I would remember, I would forget orders and I would mix them up, and it was a terrible thing.
Oh, Don.
But I did pretty good on the grill. You had to have, you'd put down like 16 patties at a time.
Yeah.
And put cheese on half of them, and it was an interesting job. I didn't lie. I was glad to leave it after a while when
Right.
I got another job working.
Right.
I got to make TVs, which was kind of nice.
Oh, well,
I worked in
that's
a
good.
factory that made television sets. That was good.
Oh,
Well,
my
I
gosh.
guess, I think if everybody could work a job, not only like in retail or like at McDonald's or whatever, it could be Burger King or whatever, but
Yeah.
if they could just work, I'd say a day, but I don't even know if a day would be good. A day would really take care of a few people, but if you could work there a whole week and realize what you really have to do, we never know. And I always tell the kids, I always send them little sayings, be nice to the person because you have no idea what they're going through or whatever, and they may be mad that morning. And so my thing is, when in the mornings, hi everybody and have a good day and all this stuff, and some of them say, how can you be chipper? And I said, well, it's just you gotta be that way. You gotta want to be that way. It can't just be fake. But that's the thing. But we have to, we don't have to be. I mean, we have to be nice to them, but they don't have to be nice to us.
Right.
And I don't mean us personally. I mean, in any job, any retail job or job like that, they don't have to be nice. If they don't like something, or if they want to. I realize sometimes they have the right to be mad because getting the wrong foods or whatever, but, just things have changed, and that would be if I had anything that I could do, it would be to have people just be a little more, work together. If we could all work together,
Right.
whether you're, and you could go to politics with it, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, our world has to be, or our country has to be built on both of them. You can't have one and not the other. You
right.
both have to work together in order to have a good country, and we had one,
You're right.
We had
You're
one.
right, Muffin. Well, I'm going to hang up and let somebody
All
else
right.
call.
All right.
Well, we thank you for calling.
Yes, Don,
You're
that was
probably our
fun.
second
Yes.
caller.
Well, I didn't even know you worked at McDonald's. That's neat to know.
Yeah, it was one summer. I worked, for the entire, and that was hot. Of course, when you're working over the grill, it's always hot.
Right.
It
But
is.
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Well, that's great to know, Don.
We're
Well, it's fun now, it wasn't fun then.
Right, right. Well, you
Good night,
enjoy your
everybody.
retirement. Thanks, Don.
Bye-bye.
Good night, bye.
Well, that was neat.
Oh, we
That
should have
was-
said thanks for calling, Don.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
thanks, Don, for calling. Yeah,
That was neat, Don.
that was.
He's such a neat guy. I always loved his voice. You know what, when I used to babysit, they had the donuts, the free donuts, was it every
Oh,
day or once a week? I
yeah.
can't remember now. But I always listened to KSGM in the mornings anyway, and he was on there and it happened to be, I was babysitting with the kids and I said, "You want me to win some donuts?" And they didn't know what the word donut was what they wanted to hear. And I had tried a few times and I don't even know how we did it. I know you had to call. And one time I won the donuts. Oh my gosh. Went and got those donuts. Those kids were so excited. But he's just got the radio voice.
Yes, he
you
does.
know?
Yeah, and he has
the radio voice.
great voice,
Yeah.
great voice.
But
A great person.
anyway, that was
Well, I
kind of
guess we
interesting.
don't know, that was very
Yes,
interesting.
you
Thanks
know.
for calling, Don.
Yes.
Thank you.
You know, you're not knowing what to talk about. See how fast this was. I mean, we were wasn't sure what we were going to talk about, and
And
what
we sure
thought.
hope we gave some good news.
Yes, absolutely. So again, watch out for the paper, and I'm sure a lot of times they have the stuff on the outside that you get on Tuesday. Those
Right.
little things. And if nothing else, like you said, either Google or, oh no, that wouldn't be on Google.
Yeah, you can
Well, yeah,
Google,
could
you can
about
Google
stuff.
events in
Yeah,
St. John and
in
it'll
St.
all
Genevieve.
come up. It'll go to St. John something or another, one of the
Right.
websites.
Right. So if you do that, then you'll know what's going on in town, but,
Right.
you know, if not, just ask. I know St. John and Valley both are starting their football games this Friday night.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. So,
And St. John's homecoming's the 16th.
Yes,
And ours
and
is the
Valley's the
24th.
23rd,
Or
yes.
23rd.
yes. So that, it's early this year.
It
for both
is,
of them.
very early, yeah.
So, it's exciting. The kids are all.
And we're out of school 65 years this year.
Really?
Yes, we're one of the
Oh,
big classes.
the big
Ooh.
classes. Well, I'm sure then you'll have a float.
Yes, well, we're gonna not float, we're gonna do cars.
Oh, well, that's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do the
Neat
57.
Oh, there you, oh my gosh.
We were out of school
That
70.
would be fun.
Yeah,
We
do
were out of
the,
school 70 this
Yeah.
year.
70? I don't remember how many. It's 50, I think. No, COVID was 50 for us, so we didn't have it. I think, yeah, it was COVID.
so 53, you can. Holy cow, you're a little kid.
I think.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, when I look at all the kids I used to babysit for and,
Oh my
and
God.
my God, they got kids.
Right,
and-
they're married, they
Searching
have
for
kids.
grandkids.
Yes, yes. Isn't that funny? You-
It is,
you
so,
don't-
anyway. Okay, guys, thanks a lot for watching us tonight, and we hope we entertained you without any guests.
Right. And we'll have some more information on our next, hopefully we'll have a guest. If not, we'll have some stuff going on.
Right, I
in
think it's the
September.
24th, I believe. Yes, it'll be, no,
No, it's
10th.
September.
September, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is the
It'd be around
24th.
the 8th,
Come on, R, it's the 24th right now.
Yeah.
it'd be the 8th, or, it's the 7th or the 8th. It's our first,
Let's see. September the 8th.
8th,
Eighth.
that's what I thought, it's on a Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody have a good weekend,
Yeah.
and the next 2 weeks have a
Yeah,
good.
have a good
And be sure to check the goings-on in town, either through Googling it, do events in St. John, and I think a lot of things will come up.
Right.
And do, Google it, go support everybody.
Yeah.
All the businesses are great in town.
All the foods.
And the food, you can't beat it. There's good food everywhere. I've never
Absolutely.
had any
Pat's
bad.
Pastries, if you ever have a chance to get down there and get her pastries. Or her breads,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Or soups or
She's-
whatever.
And she
yeah.
has food too,
Yeah,
so-
she does.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of food places in
Right.
town, so
Yep.
take a day every week and go visit each one of them.
And you could, absolutely.
Yeah, we were doing that for a while.
Yeah.
And then we went back up to Cafe Genevieve.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
well, anyway, good night, everybody.
Yeah,
Have a good
one.
week, or 2 weeks. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.